Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be, on this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing planet of ours. This is stamp collecting fun, coming at you, and some things come into my possessions. So, what is not ownership as such, but my possession? Who knows, it may turn into ownership. But I thought, before I open anything, we would open it together. Because we like to investigate stamps together, don't we? So, what have we got in hand? We've got the tongs, the pincers, the stamp lifters, and we've got QE2 1, and I interpret that to be Queen Elizabeth II, because Queen Elizabeth I didn't have stamps, and 1 would suggest maybe there are others, maybe there's a 2 out there somewhere. So we'll have a look, we'll open up, and we'll move over a little bit, open up, and we'll just see what well, immediately there's something here. What have we got here? It's an album, well, we've got the English postage stamp album with gold embossed. So he's bought, so whoever has this has bought, yeah, the gold embossment there. 32 pages, optional black pages with 9 strips and blah blahs. So yeah, so he's kept this and left it in the frontispiece, so to speak. So we'll turn over and have a look at the stove. It's slipping over. So we'll turn over and have a look at the stamps, which is what we're all interested in. Okie dokie. So we immediately go to the start of the Queen's reign, 1952 to 54, Tudor. Tudor being the Tudor rose. Is it the is it a rose and crown? Could be. I've just taken that out to have a look at. Is that the back of a stamp? It is not. It's cut out, and it's possibly telling us what to be looking for. As maybe a watermark? Maybe? I don't know. Half a penny. These are Wildings. So Dorothy Wilding actually took the photograph for this. Became one of the most famous iconic stamps. Stanley Gibbons gives it a number 515. 516 here. 1.5. I've got some of these myself, but this is 517. Many. 518 to the Browns, 2.5. Not quite as common. And a 519 there, which suggests there may have been 2 versions of that brown. Stoningham's 520. Type 1, it says. Wow. You mean there's more than one type? Oh lordy, this could get a little bit fraught. Type 2. Stanley Gibbons 519A. So are we looking at 2.5, 2.5? Yeah, we're looking at something a little bit different between that, and I can't tell you. So we next have the most commonest of all of them, which was the threepence. So I think it was threepence to actually post a letter, a standard letter. That's what I'm thinking. And then we continue up to 5214, which is, I'm not saying these are rare, but you don't get sort of all of that lot. You get 1 or 2 now and again. So 5pence or 6pence. Someone's been, well, he hasn't managed to collect these others. I may add any spares I've got into here. Oh, I don't know. 9pence. 10pence, 11pence. So let's go to this. 11pence, just so a little bit there. A shilling, shilling and a half, and a 1 and 6. So they're they're difficult to get hold of. You can get hold of them easy peasy. Just go on eBay and buy them. But you want to get them, if you get me. You want them to sort of evaporate into your collections through stock and the like. And that can be done if you sort of buy an absolute pile of, on paper, Machins. And Wildings, I should say. And Machins. Well, you get whatever stamp you want. At a price. So here we've got a card for the Tudors, which is quite nice. That's one I haven't got many of. That one I haven't got. That one has been taken. These have been taken. Someone's half-inch them. They've been taken. But they can be replaced. Easy McPeasy. Mostly by just going into my album and taking one. Not saying I'm very clever with that sort of thing, but I did inherit and was given possession of, I'll use that word again, of a lot of Wildings. So, here we are again. But these are from 55 to 58. Oh my life! They've just brought them out again. Then we got inverted. What are these inverts? What is going on here? What are I don't know. The blues and the greens and the browns and the reds. So suddenly we're moving forward in 5-4-3. What's this one here? 4-3-6, 5-4-3-B. So we got A, B, and A and B. I don't even know anymore. You get the idea. It is fraught with danger. Now, whoever's been in the front bit took them from the front, didn't take them from here. So we've got a pink one here. We got a pink. Got a green. We've got a sixpence. And then we get 557, and then all these numbers are popping up. So someone's been sat down with a pair of scissors and has cut out neatly all of these tags in order to show off a very, very fine collection. We've also got the interparliamentary stamp. And again, someone has been cutting out from the newspaper of the time information. The words parliamentary conference were added to the design of the current 4D, and the numeral 46th was tucked in below the Queen's chin. Only 10.5 million, just the 10.5 million, the like wives of the stamps were issued, and they were generally overlooked, even by collectors. The current standing catalogue, Gibbon's catalogue, quotes it at £2.25 or £2.50 if fine used. And the first day covers also, bearing one of the special counsels from Westminster, would cost £30. I think that would be then. It'd be interesting to know what that would be now. I don't know. Lookable. I mean, you can be listening to this and be looking on eBay at exactly the same time. So we're back to more oranges. 58 to 65. Again, so we got a lot of these ones that were missing previously in here. So, yeah. So those early ones would have been pretty difficult to find. And he's done that. but have subsequently disappeared. There's some stuff has fallen out. It's block thick with stamps. And I do like the idea of cutting out little newspaper reports, if only there were still newspapers. I mean, here we go again, the 2 and 6, the 4 British high value, these Carnarvon Castle, Edinburgh, Windsor, Carrickfergus were printed by Waterloo and Sons in 55, and in 58 the contract for his printing was transferred to De La Rue. So, there's more newspaper cuttings. Is that a newspaper? Or no, that's actually a stamp. My bad. But he's kept a little tag on the top there. All back to these. So yeah. So after the Wardings came the castles from 59 to 63. We're not even halfway. We're not even a quarter of a way through this. So now we're looking at phosphors. I can just see the word phos there, so looking through different phosphors. So it is quite a what you might call a deep dive by this collector. By that I mean whoever owned this before me, or before it came into my possession, and before that. I've not seen that stamp ever. Thistle, dull portrait. Thistle, lighter portrait. Timpson, deeply shaded portrait. So there's all sorts of stuff going on here. More phosphorus signs. I don't want to pick them up because I don't know what phosphorus is, or phosphate is, and I don't want to even spend the next 20 minutes. So we've also got other little things, and a little tag here is interesting. Floor joined. S to S. If I was to remove that, is there an S to S in it? No. So I don't know what I'm talking about, thankfully, therefore I'm going to keep talking about it. Here we've got a nice little cancel though, South Queensferry, West Lothian, the Forth Road Bridge. What about that, eh? So that's on a nice pair. That's a sweetie. You cannot deny that being an apps. Oh, and some of my favourites are the 1940 commemorative Battle of Britain stamps, which came out in probably 1965. So what's that, 25 year anniversary? Very nice. We're looking at phosphor again. Particular. Let's just pull out what's it? Oh, it's a piece of paper, but yeah, he's interested in phosphors. We then have the World Cup stamps. There we are. We then also have here more World Cup stamps. I think these are classier. There's a lot of activity going on. And then we're into birds and the like. Oh, and here we have the England winners one. Ian was telling me that these are worth an absolute fortune. So I'll keep these nice and safe. I also love the Jodrell Bank. Well, who doesn't love science? Science! Nuclear power, we all love that. Hovercraft, still going strong? No, it ain't. Jodrell Bank, not even that's going. I don't even believe. And then we've got the Hastings stamps, which are absolute classics. So we're coming up to 15. Ooh, we're coming up to 15 minutes. What a trove! We're not even halfway through. I'll come back again tomorrow, have another look. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all your likes and comments and for your subscriptions. It does keep me going and keeps me happy doing what I love, which is messing about with stamps and learning a little bit every day. Hope you are keeping well, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Be a winner. Collect stamps, because stamp collecting is fun.